Hello, everyone. This is Jasmine, aka Gladiatorinsweats, and I'm finally back with another daily tarot message for today, Thursday, August 16th, 2018. So, happy Thursday to everyone. And as always, I hope everyone's been having a decent week and been taking care of themselves. And yeah, I hope this reaches you all well. So, just getting straight into the energy reading for today. The actual energy galactic signature for today is the white galactic dog, which for me I definitely resonate with because as I have mentioned before, I am part of the crystal dog tribe, and so it's definitely a huge part of my message about love and loyalty and universalizing love and loyalty. But with this being at this galactic tone, this is really about us being in integrity of bringing the harmonization to truth through our actions. And so essentially the question today is, do we live what we believe? Do we, I apologize for the noises. Do we, just talk the talk, or do we actually walk the walk? Do we, take the time to be mindful of our actions, of our words, of our thoughts, of the way we treat other people? Are we aware of how we're, integrating these beliefs and this new knowledge about ourselves and about our communities? And are we actually walking in that light? So really just being in our own integrity, in our own heart space. So, really being in this harmony with other people while still, following what you want to do and following your truth. So it's all about modeling the truth that we believe. And integrity ultimately requires consistency. It requires, an unwavering adherence to what it is that you believe, to your wisdom and to your values. And so as we have been, for this past, blue night wave spell, now that it's the 8th day, so it's been about a week. And so not just that, but even with this month being this moon of purpose, of us really bringing in what it is that we feel we are and what it is we believe about ourselves and about our relationship to the bigger picture. And so yeah, ultimately, I do feel this sense of, really actually applying our truths to our lives, to ourselves, to our behaviors. And even when we're talking about the harmonizing with other people, it's not really about compromising your beliefs or compromising your values in order for other people to be happy. It's really about having a certain pliability of a willingness to bend, not just you, but really that's how we all ultimately get into the ebb and flow of allowing people to be themselves. If we're creating more of a willingness to bend and kind of meet people where they are, meet people halfway, and ultimately keeping an understanding of what's good for the greater good, of what, yes, this is good for me, but is this going to harm other people? Even though we do want what's best for ourselves, we do want abundance for ourselves and love for ourselves, and we want our own space, all these things. But, keeping in the notion of what's best for the greater good is always helpful and really meant to keep us in harmony and in balance, because we already see how disharmony is created, or how it has been created, with the way that we have the power dynamics. This idea of someone has to be over and someone has to be under, someone has to be rich and someone has to be poor. This is a truth that we have held on to for a long time, and I feel maybe even many of us have held on to that belief, as far as even if we move into a more harmonic way of living with each other, that there has to be an over and under. And I feel like this galactic energy is definitely about this resonance of there is no over and under. It's about the interweaving. And again, there's this pliability of, bending here and not bending here. It's it's really a focus on our relationships with other people and also with ourselves. Again, going back to this question of, do I live what I believe? Do I live what I believe? Even when it comes to ourselves, if we're telling ourselves that, we love ourselves, or we're telling ourselves that we are amazing, are we treating ourselves that way? Are we actually acting that we feel that way? Are we just saying that we care about, ourselves, and then continue to negatively self-talk about ourselves? Which, even if we do, that's okay. It's not even about saying, hey, look what you did wrong. But again, acknowledging, okay, that maybe not be what I really feel or what I don't really believe, and really taking that moment, every moment, allowing acceptance of yourself and acceptance of others to learn, learn what it is that they need to learn. But to actually just get into the cards here, actually wanted to talk about just collective energy here with this Three of Coins, which for me, I feel this was even speaking to us, getting on that foot of stepping out to receive this light that you even see in this card of, in order for us to find this illumination or this truth, we have to actually go out into the woods. We have to actually, take the steps, make the progress. Us finding our steps to clarity. Like, that's definitely what I feel here. And even with the Three of Coins, it being about this pinnacle energy of groundedness. And I even feel this about us grounding our values, really living in our values, being in integrity, really taking on this energy that we believe, really applying these skills and truths to our path, to our life. And so with the guidance here, with this Knight of Swords, I feel like, again, even if you see in the card, there's the Libran scale, even though I do relate this more to kind of like I guess it is more of a Libran sort of energy, finding the balance between speaking our truth, being open about our truth, and just being honest and integrity, even if it seems to fly in the face of other people's truths or what it is that they believe. But it's not about being rude or about being, a know-it-all or being like, well, this is my truth and this is how I feel and your truth is crap. Nothing like that. It's just really being able to communicate our honest beliefs. But also being open and receptive to other, people's beliefs and to new clarity ourselves. Even at the bottom of the deck with this Empress in reverse, I feel like all of it kind of ties into us not feeling comfortable to say what we want to say. Even underneath the Four of Coins, and Ace of Cups, all of these in reverse. So I feel like we're really wanting to open up about how we feel, but I do know that there's fear about speaking our truth, about rocking the boat in a way. And it's really not about rocking the boat. Even here, it's our intention definitely matters. If we're speaking our truth, if we're speaking from our heart space, what we feel is truly best for us, not necessarily in the space of very egocentric of, well, okay, it'd be best for me to be like this and F everyone else, if that in a very sort of malicious way. But I feel like the point has gotten across here of just not repressing what you feel, because of a need for the situation to be calm or for it to not like rock the current foundation. Right now, we really need to be speaking our truth, living in our truth, moving in our truth. No longer really living in these facades that people feel are best for us, because it's not about even what we're doing. It's all about coercion. And as I have been mentioning about how coercion is no much different or really any better than, very like in your face overt like manipulation or, blackmail or things like that. It's still in a space where people don't feel comfortable to be themselves. And so, yeah, that's definitely what I feel today. as the question remains of, do I live what I believe? So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to this reading. I know the moon is also in Scorpio today, or entered Scorpio today. So it's definitely, as Jupiter's also in Scorpio, and it'll begin to conjunct over the next day or so. It was really getting into the deep heart of our truest beliefs, our truest morals, our truest nature, of really being able to see how we honestly feel about ourselves and others, and acknowledging the fears that we even have, like acknowledging what we feel to be true in a quote unquote negative life or light, to be able to see, like, do we really even believe that? And maybe even opening our minds to further truth on that. But overall, there is, again, this harmonizing what we believe with our actions and our mentality, an alignment between what we have been feeling, like what we've been feeling very much like a subconsciously or unconsciously, what is that we're picking up on now consciously, and now having this translate into our behaviors and our actions. So yeah, I am hopefully planning on being back tomorrow with a daily. This past couple of weeks or so, it's just been really hectic for me. So I've been, just catching up on readings, and really been happy with the support I've been receiving in that aspect. So I do thank you guys for purchasing readings and whatnot from me. I'm actually planning on raising the prices either today or tomorrow. I did let everyone know I was planning on doing that last week. So I'm working on that now that I've got my computer fixed so I can actually update my website. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully putting out some sort of new sessions and stuff as I'm finding my own swing in things, finding what it is that I want to talk about, what it is that I want to really share and really dig into. So yeah, I look forward to talking more about the 13 moon calendar and getting really into it. I'm really hoping to actually create some sort of group or some sort of place where people can actually interact with me and other people as we, journal along with these wave spells and just kind of learn about it in our own personal lives. But I don't really enjoy Facebook, so a Facebook group is I'm not entirely sure, so I'm trying to figure it out. If you have any questions or not really questions, but any solutions or suggestions, I'm definitely open to them, because I'm really wanting to create more of a space where people can kind of talk about this. I know that there is like an official like wave spell forum group, but I'm really wanting to create something maybe a little bit smaller for those like just kind of getting into it and just wanting to understand the energies, just really getting to the foundation of this astrology. So I'm looking forward to really doing that and really keeping it free, so everyone's able to access it, because this is not my knowledge. I mean, I'm giving you my knowledge through like my interpretation, but this is not my original work, and so it's not something I necessarily want to be paid for. If anything, I prefer just the energy exchange of other people collaborating and connecting, and teaching me as I'm teaching you, and because we're all teachers and students. So yeah, so just look forward to more info on that. Other than that, check out the description box for info, where to find me online, how to book a reading, all of that great stuff. And yeah, have a wonderful Thursday, y'all, and until next time.